Hey, what's up guys, Benny here and welcome back to Xbox On. In the first month after the Xbox Series X and S were launched, players booted up over 3,800 different games on Xbox. A huge selection of these were taken from across the generations, hammering home that backwards compatibility is a big priority for a whole lot of you. Today, we could be among the first to reveal an awesome new feature which will help bring your favorite games into the new era at no additional cost. FPS Boost.
Thanks to the increased memory and processing power of the Xbox Series X and S, older games can now run faster and better than ever before. That's why you're already able to enjoy a range of Xbox classics with the added benefit of faster loading times, the spruced up visuals provided by Auto HDR, and the ability to bounce effortlessly between games with quick resume. But the addition of FPS Boost is going to push things even further. In simple terms, FPS Boost uses a bunch of clever new techniques to allow a selection of backwards compatible games to run at twice the original frame rate, making for a silky smooth gaming experience. And in some cases, it will actually ramp all the way up to 120 FPS, an insane level of smoothness usually reserved for babies' bottoms and James Bond's charms.
According to Xbox's Director of Program Management, Jason Ronald, while the extra muscle of the X and S already allowed backwards compatible games to run at top speed, there were limitations built into them from previous hardware generations. He describes the performance of the games as kind of like a runner who shoots forward for 10 feet but then has to wait for another starting gun before they can go again. With FPS Boost, those pauses are eliminated, allowing the games to canter forward steadily at the same powered up speed all the way to the finish line. Many of Xbox's most popular titles will eventually be included, and every boosted game is being run by the original developers before it goes live, so you can be sure that the feel of the game will be staying true to the creator's original vision while maximizing their performance.
Of course, all this tech talk is no use to anyone without some actual games to play. So here's a quick look at the 5 titles which will be made FPS Boost compatible as soon as the new feature launches, with plenty more on the horizon.
Far Cry 4 drops you into the lush Himalayan nation of Kyrat, then puts its fate plus a whole bunch of firepower firmly in your hands. The Far Cry games love to use their intricate sound and visual design to create the most immersive battlefield experience possible, so it's hard to imagine a more boost-ready title.
In Watch Dogs 2, you play as a computer whiz let loose inside a bustling open world. Just about everything around you can be hacked, and finding clever ways to use the environment is a central part of the series, and turning the whole world into a weapon is that much easier when that world runs at 60 FPS.
UFC 4 offers an uncompromisingly authentic version of the mixed martial arts world, recreating the arenas and fighters down to the finest detail, and then letting you bludgeon it all into a beautifully rendered mess. Because the better it looks in the first place, the more fun it is to mess up. And if you're an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, this one's included as a 10-hour free trial with EA Play.
Another title on Xbox Game Pass, Sniper Elite 4 is a third-person shooter which puts you behind the scope of an elite marksman, where you're judged by the exact placement of your bullet. And while the added smoothness of FPS Boost might not make you a better shot, it will make it all the more satisfying when you hit that bullseye, or at least the enemy's eye.
Rounding off the quintet of titles is a classic cartoon platformer. New Super Lucky's Tale is the best example of how new tech and old school gaming can be a match made in heaven. With its visuals powered all the way up to 120 FPS for those whose TVs can handle it, playing the game is like taking control over an especially pretty Saturday morning cartoon. And the best thing is that you will get the full benefits of FPS Boost no matter how you're playing it. So if you picked up a game like New Super Lucky's Tale via Xbox Game Pass, you're about to get a whole bunch more bang for your buck. This also applies to physical and digital copies of games.
One of the best things about FPS Boost is that it's all happening absolutely free on the Xbox itself, rather than on a game-by-game basis. That means that developers haven't had to spend a bunch more time implementing the changes, and that the players won't have to download a new update for each game they want to boost. Shortly after the new feature launches, we'll also be getting some new menu options to help each gamer get the best out of it. In an upcoming system update, the Manage Game option will have a shiny new section labeled Compatibility Options. In there, you'll be able to toggle settings like FPS Boost, as well as launch day features like Auto HDR on and off for each individual game. And to avoid confusion, if you choose to play in boosted mode, then you'll see an FPS Boost icon whenever you hit the Nexus button. However, the ability to toggle FPS Boost off and on means that if you're a sucker for nostalgia and want to play the game exactly as you remember it, you're free to do so as well. It really is a best of both worlds situation, preserving the games in the form the developers originally imagined, while also allowing them to go beyond the technical limitations of the past to get the full benefit of the Series X and S's horsepower.
The first 5 titles are available in all their FPS boosted glory right now, and there's plenty more to come, with new titles set to be added on a regular basis. And like new Super Lucky's Tale and Sniper Elite 4, many of them will be part of the Xbox Game Pass library, so subscribers really are in for a treat.
FPS Boost marks a major new step in making the Series X and S the most backwards compatible consoles of all time, and continues Xbox's commitment to preserving your favourite games across generations. Let us know in the comments which titles you'd like to see getting a boost, and be sure to hit that like button. We'll see you next time. Bye!